Welcome to FightFlix TV Spotlight Athlete of the Month. We have selected Joe Kai and Rocio Cortez. Joe and Rocio will be showing us some jiu-jitsu submissions and talking about their journey. Remember to subscribe to FightFlix.tv for more content like this.
Hey guys, Joe Kai here, 10th Planet Black Belt. I've been training about 10 years, currently training at 10th Planet Austin.
My name is Rocio Cortez. I am a blue belt. I train at 10th Planet Austin. I've been training for 2.5 years.
Started as a white belt in Nashville, Tennessee. Started out in a Muay Thai gym doing Muay Thai, and then from there I transitioned to Jiu Jitsu, did a little bit of gi in the beginning, and I got introduced to 10th Planet thanks to Michael Bartlett. He also introduced me to Brandon McCatherine as a white belt. From there I just built those relationships with the 10th Planet community and grew to what it was today. 8 years it took me from white to black. Just constant grind and support from just a great community.
Growing up, I never really played any kind of sports, and so after graduating undergrad in 2020, my birthday's in January 2021, I was like, you know what, this is going to be a gift to myself. I've always been interested in martial arts. I Googled the nearest by gym. There was one in Pleasanton, Texas called Be Quick Jiu Jitsu with my professor, Donnie Blue. They had a 1-week free trial, and I went every single day, and they saw how interested and how willing I was to train that they gave me another week for free. I did my best to keep going, and yeah, I just ended up falling in love with it. It was that camaraderie that really kept me there.
Here we go. Rocio's going to attack the single leg. We're going to use our arms to get to this guillotine position, putting weight on the head. From there, we're going to sit into the guillotine and drop to our butts, launching them over. And then when they go over, we're going to follow them into the mouth, putting our hand as high up in the chest as we can, and then dropping our weight down, getting the choke.
So say your opponent is in your guard. They're going to be having their hands on your hip, trying to escape. You're going to pick an arm, pick this one. I'm going to bring them down, do a sit-up, reach over, get my own wrist, rotate to this other hip, have this leg high, and push for that tap.
I really enjoyed 10th Planet because, first and foremost, less laundry, but also at the same time, the uniqueness of the moves and the athleticism and acrobatics and style that we impose into these moves just really gravitated towards me.
Mental preparation is super important for me right now because it's really a lot of pressure and anxiety leading up to, and it helps alleviate a lot of anxiety when I know that I'm doing all the right things to make sure I'm healthy, I'm fit, I'm getting enough nutrients, I am taking my vitamins, I'm stretching, drilling, watching video, writing my moves down, and just, yeah, that helps a lot.
All right, our opponent's in our closed guard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab both wrists, okay? And from here, we're gonna use our body to bring them forward, okay? So that their hands are closer to our chest. If they're down low here, it's easy to break the person down, but we want them a little bit higher, so we're gonna scrape this up like this, okay? From there, I want you to put a foot on the hips, okay? And then that's gonna allow you to turn this angle. And by turning that angle, you can now hook, just like Rocio did with the Kimura, across the back as high up as possible. That's posture control. Because if this is low, they'll just go right back up, okay? So like this, it's gonna trap the shoulder, high shoulder trap, and then now you're gonna just glide your knee over their face, okay? And since you have both arms, you can just hold on to both, or you can just let go of the one that you're not attacking and just hip in. There's no need to throw them on the ground, but I do want your legs to go down to the ground. That's how you're gonna get the finish, okay?
All right, so this technique that I'm going to show you is usually a mounted one. If you end up on mount and your opponent is framing against you, that's when you're going to do an arm triangle. C-cup that arm, use your head to secure it, do the same thing to the shoulder, put your head to the mat, S-grip, fall to my hip. Ooh, go for that tap.
Luckily, I was next to one of the greatest mentors in the game right now, Brandon McCaffrey. Learning from him was been just such a pleasure because the way that he taught us was he didn't try to impose his movements onto us or his ideologies or any of his techniques. What he did was he tried to foster environments in which we could grow and give us all the information and tools that we needed in order to become the best that we could be.
For women who are aspiring to be in the sport at all, I would say try it. Every single gym that I've ever been to always offers a free trial class. Go to the free trial class. If they have a women's class specifically, go to that one and try a couple of different gyms out, because what's really going to determine you wanting to go is the community, the people around you who are supportive and welcoming and want you to keep coming back. That's what really makes me choose that gym specifically. I know a lot of women might be a bit scared or turned off by it. I've never been in better shape of my entire life. This is the healthiest I've ever been, the strongest I've ever been. I have a lot of confidence in myself to take care of myself.
Right, Baratoplata from close guard. We're gonna grab the wrists of the opposite hand, taking our hand that's free and putting it from underneath, just like a zombie, into this pocket. And at the same time, shoving their hand down to the crotch, okay? And shooting our legs up into this triangle. Now make sure your hand is deep, pulling it across if you can to make it even deeper, using the free hand to push the head away. Now make sure you use this leg that's on top of the head closer to the head if they try to posture up. That's your posture control. Because if you leave it here, they will just come up, okay? So from here, you can turn a little bit so you can get this foot on the hip. And then from there, all you have to do is push off of that hip, and that's going to turn your body at an angle, generating the tap, okay? If you're having trouble getting the tap because your opponent is either flexible or just keeps turning with you as you try to get it, you need to look for an underhook. You have the hand is a possible underhook, and you have the leg. Basically, anything in this area is free game. So grab that, and then you're going to just push, getting the tap. It's a very violent shoulder lock. Baratoplata.
And now we're going to show you the flying triangle. So say my opponent beats me to that underhook. So I'm going to have this wizard right here. I'm going to square up with him. This arm is going to go on his back, and I'm just going to go full send and put both legs here. So let's go. Bring him down with you. Bring him down with you. Go for that triangle. Boom.
For the first time for me to do CJJ, to be at, Eddie Bravo's combat jiu-jitsu in Mexico, to me that was probably the most memorable moment of my jiu-jitsu career so far, because I had to grind my way into that tournament. I had to go to LA month prior and really do well at the qualifiers, and from there not even have a guaranteed spot, and then go all the way to Mexico with so much uncertainty and anxiety. But to have the outcome that I had, got a victory, but also looked very, very good in that format that I was not accustomed to, and be in front of real, fans that really enjoyed what I had to show. That was probably one of the most memorable moments of my jiu-jitsu career.
First one is age. I did start at 27, and I had 13-year-old kids beating me up. But after a while, you get to learn more of the foundation, the technique, the movements, the reactions. So it doesn't really matter what age you are. You can start literally at any age. And another one is you can't do jiu-jitsu in a street fight. Well, I understand what people are saying when they say those types of things, but I have a lot more confidence in my ability to handle myself in any kind of high intensity situation. I'm calm, I can think about what I'm doing, and my intention is to never ever hurt someone, but to pin them down or to control the situation to where I know I'm not gonna get hurt.
You made it to the back, but the issue is your opponent is always scooting down low and escaping this way, Okay, very common escape. Sometimes they turn right into this double underpass. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna allow you to finish with a 7-year-old choke, or what's also called the goozle. You're just gonna have a seatbelt. As they escape, you're gonna make a C cup right underneath their chin. That's gonna form a trap on their head. Okay, so as they go, they're now stuck because of this C cup on their head, as well as figure fouring your legs. So now you've created this area which keeps them contained. Rocio, can you move? It's very tough for them to move. And what you're going to do is you're going to apply pressure into the bottom of their throat, okay? And get the tap. All right, this time, guys, same single leg, but we're going to transition into another submission. Here we go. She goes for the single leg. I'm going to bump, get to my guillotine, okay? I'm going to fall and throw her over. But as I do, she grabs my feet in a quarter guard and her head pops out. I don't worry about it. I take my hands out and I start walking. At the same time, my foot's going to glide in figure four. Walk, keeping pressure on the hip. And then the hand closest to her head is going to go rolling underneath, grabbing the big toe as I roll and grabbing the other big toe. And from there, my feet are going to go to the ground with a stomping motion, okay? Ending up in this truck. Now, this truck, the way we finish is I'm going to stomp and pull the calf to me, okay? Big toe is super important because if I grab on the ankles, she can kick out. But if I grab the big toes, I have a lot more control, okay? That's our single leg defense into the truck roll calf slice finish. Thank you, FightFlix TV, for making me your Spotlight Athlete of the Month.
Thank you, FightFlix, for making me Spotlight Athlete of the Month. Stay tuned for some more content on FightFlix TV.